Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back guys to another video. So guys, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make some hard club beats just like TAY instead of FL Studio, and it's just going to be inspired for something for like Sexyy. Before I get into today's video, if you're new to the channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Kanzii Beats. So without wasting much of your time, let's just get to today's video. So the first thing we have to talk about is the BPM. So the BPM for most club type beats, usually by TAY, ranges from within 145 BPM to 170 BPM. I'm going to set my BPM to 175 BPM. So guys, moving on, the next thing we are going to talk about is the melody, and for that I'm going to be using this piano plugin. I got this from the SRX bundle. It's called the SRX keyboards, and for this I'm going to use the grand piano. The reason I'm using this is because if you listen to most TAY club beats, you hear him use a piano for his melody. So basically guys, I'm just going to show you guys a simple trick that I use to come up with my melodies. So for that, you want to go down to this drop down menu right here. You want to go to views. Basically you want to go down to your helpers, go to scale highlighting. As you guys can see, we have root notes and we have scales. So for my root notes, I'm going to use E as my root note, and then I'm going to leave this at the minor natural alien because I want to go for something very dark. We have all the keys that are in that scale highlighted, so I'm just going to place my first notes on my root notes, which is E, and I'm going to come down just like this. And then one more tip you can use to come up with dark melodies. As you guys can see, there are two notes actually here that are highlighted together. Basically you want to make sure you utilize this to come up with dark melodies. They're actually perfect for making dark melodies. In my case, as you guys can see, it's actually F sharp and G, and then over here we have B and C. So basically I'm going to utilize that to come up with my melodies. So I'm going to do something like this. I'm just going to duplicate this over, and as you guys can see, I'm trying to do something very simple and something very catchy and repetitive, because if you listen to most club beats, you know it has some really catchy piano melodies that are very simple and repetitive. So I'm going to repeat this one more time, and then over here I want something to just lead this part into the next. So I'm going to add a note like this, and then over here, so it's just going to be like this. And then I'm going to delete this and then add a note like this, delete this, also add one note, add here. So basically I'm trying to make this part unique. So I'm going to add some single notes like this up top. And then what I'm going to do next is to hold Alt R to randomize velocities with this knob right here. Moving on, the next thing I want to get some bells, and I'm going to be using Analog Lab for that. And so I'm just going to go down to my banks, and then I'm going to get this celestial bell. Just like the piano melody, you want to do something very repetitive too. So I just want to do something very simple like this. And then I'm just going to copy this over. And then for this part, I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to go back up like this. I'm just going to clone Analog Lab one more time because I want some more bells to fill up the high frequencies. So I'm just going to clone this. I'm going to use this preset called Facade. It's actually a bell preset. So I want something like this. Then I'm just going to copy this over. So yeah guys, basically I'm just going to open up the Fruity Parameter EQ just to show you guys how much of the frequency spectrum we're actually occupying. So as you guys can see, we're actually occupying the highs and the mids, but actually what's missing from my melody is something to fill up those low ends. If you listen to most TAY beats, you know that he usually layers his bass and those really low piano notes together, and then for that I'm going to be using this wide rebound preset. You want to make sure you go low but not too low, that it's going to sound very muddy. So I think this is fine like this. And then over here, just like this. I'm going to use this bass one shot called Goosebump Bass, and then what I'm going to do is to go down to the envelope section. So basically I'm going to bring the attack down, increase the hold, bring the decay, sustain and release all down, and then I'm just going to copy what we have for the piano melody. I just want this to be the exact same thing since I'm layering them together, but then I'm going to take the bass one shots up just so it doesn't sound muddy. So this is what we have. So guys, basically what I'm going to do next is to create another section for the low piano and the bass. So I'm going to duplicate the low piano, which I already did right here, and then I'm going to make some variations. And I'm going to take this up an octave like this. And then I'm going to delete this, just copy this over like this, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the bass. I'm going to clone this, then copy this, paste, take this up to E5, For the piano melody, I'm going to add the fruity parameter EQ just to cut out some of the lows, and then I'm going to boost some of the highs like this, and then I'm going to add a little bit of reverb, and then for the bell, first of all I'm going to take out some of the lows and then boost the highs, add reverb, and then I'm going to use the fruity delay 3, and then for this I'm just going to get reverb, and then I'm also going to add the fruity parameter EQ, boost the highs, and then I'm going to add some chorus. I'm going to use the TAY chorus X, add delay. I'm going to use the fruity delay 3, right click, ping pong presets, so basically guys, now I think it's time to move on to the drums. So guys, for the drums, this is where TAY is very much unique because his drums are so simple and yet they slap so hard.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up.
So basically I'm just going to show you guys how you can do that too. So the first thing you want to get is to get a hi-hat, and what you want to do is just try to keep it simple. So I'm just going to do Phillish 2 steps just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan this to the left a little. So guys, the next thing we're going to talk about is very vital and it's key to getting that Take It club style beat, and that's the snare that we're talking about. To get this, we want to make sure you use a very crispy snare that is sharp and hard. So I'm just going to place this right here just like your usual trap beat, and then basically just like this. Just like this, copy this over. So yeah guys, the next thing we want to talk about is the kick. You want to get a kick that is punchy as hell, so we're going to use this. You want to make sure it's actually double hitting right here, and then add a note like this, copy this over. So I'm just going to add some perks. I'm going to add this just right here, repeat this over at this point, reduce the volume, and then moving on, I'm going to use this open hat, place it right here, just like this, copy this over. So guys, the last thing I'm going to be doing for the drums is to add this bell. So guys, basically I'm just going to make sure this is actually in key with my melody, just like that. So guys, the key features for Take It club beats are just usually the hi-hat, the snare that you decide to use, and then the kick and the pattern that the kick plays. So I'm just going to arrange the beats, play the final product for you guys to listen. 3, 2.
Hey, you Kanzii, spice that shit up.
So yeah guys, that's gonna be over today guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you guys learned something at least from this video. If you did, don't forget to go down there, like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel because you guys watch my videos and not subscribe, and it's also a way of showing appreciation for the kind of videos that I drop for you guys. So that's gonna be over today guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave that down in the comment section. If you have any videos ideas, also leave them down there and I'll join you guys there. So see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.